Reading 25. The Northern Lights. There is an interesting sight that usually just people living in northern countries see. It is one of the most beautiful natural sights in the sky, the Northern Lights. Someday, if you ever happen to be in the far north, somewhere within 2,500 kilometers of the North Pole, you may be in for a treat. It is a colorful show of lights in the sky. The northern lights are a product of Earth's magnetic field acting on solar winds. The North Pole and the South Pole are like very strong magnets. They pull positive and negative particles toward them. Solar winds are full of positive and negative particles from the sun. These particles travel out from the sun at a very high speed. So when they get close to Earth, the Earth's magnetic field pulls the particles toward the North and the South Poles. Then, when the particles hit the Earth's atmosphere, they crash into gases in the atmosphere. When the particles hit different atoms in these gases, it causes the atoms to give off light. The colors of light that atoms give off are different depending on the kinds of gases that the particles hit. What gases are in the air depends on how far from the Earth the air is. For example, air that is more than 300 kilometers above the Earth is made mainly of oxygen. If particles from solar winds crash into oxygen atoms, the light will be either green or red. When particles hit a different kind of gas, the atoms of that gas give off blue or violet light. As pretty as the northern lights are, they can also cause problems. The northern lights put a lot of electricity in the air, and that can cause problems with power lines and communication systems. On the other hand, that electricity could be useful. If we could figure out a way to control that electricity, we could use it for power. It would not only be free, but it would be clean as well, and we would never run out. Not many people get to see the northern lights. The northern lights usually happen close to the North Pole, where few people live. However, sometimes you can see the northern lights further south. They have been seen as far south as Florida. This happens when the solar wind is really strong.